You're called an activist. That's quite an adjective nowadays. When you hear this term, what do you think about?
Think about picking another job. No, the answer is, I think, a very interesting presentation from Matt from BlackRock. And BlackRock is built a business largely on passive strategies and phenomenal business. The vast majority of the capital markets today, the public capital markets, the investors are passive. They're indexed, they're closet indexed, they're index plus an alpha strategy. And if you look at the shareholder list of major companies, it's BlackRock, it's Fidelity, it's Cap Research, it's Vanguard, and by charter, these institutions are passive. If you think about capitalism, 100 years ago, it was very different, right? You had Carnegie, you had J.P. Morgan, you had players who'd buy big stakes in businesses. They were control shareholders. There was an owner on the board of directors. So capitalism over time has democratized, which I think is great for accessibility to the average man in terms of investing in the market. But you get rid of owners controlling companies. And I think what activists do is they represent other shareholders. If you think back to my friend Mr. Ackman in the 80s, he operated very differently. Today, an activist shareholder takes a stake in a business and is only successful if all of the shareholders benefit. It's not green mail where the activist investor buys a stake, gets a benefit for himself, and moves on. If you take a stake in Canadian Pacific Railroad and other people follow you in and they vote in your directors and a new CEO comes in and the stock does well, the shareholders benefit collectively. So I think it's a very valuable feature for the market. If the shareholders don't support the activists, it never gets done. And we're not a control investor. We're a lead investor. We're leading the charge on behalf of other